Alright guys, so we're working late tonight. Well, not really late, but the sun goes down early. Minibike is back under the knife. So we did a 6-inch wheel setup on it. So we got 6-inch rims now, 6-inch tires. We have a drag slick in the back. And we got the front one. We just finished up this little bike right here for somebody else. So now I'm going to show you guys how to build a budget race motor. So to get the best bang for your buck money-wise, depending on if you're going to stay under 8,000 RPMs. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to MBS Repair and Performance. Today, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on this. Yep. We're working on our 212 that we took out of our little drag mini bike that we're doing. So we're going to be putting in a couple more Go Fast parts on it. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a very budget-friendly race motor. So it'll be able to withstand some abuse without breaking your bank. And so far, what this has done to it, it has $100 into it. The pipe's not included in this one, it's the other pipe. This I just barely put it on for fitment purposes. But VM22 carburetor, jetted. We have the 10 mil head gasket, racing spark plug, the Autolite Racing governor removed, and we have 22-pound valve springs in this one. Other than that, that's about it. That's all we got in this one. It's a pretty simple build, not really a lot to it. On the small tires we were running and everything how we had it, we were doing 50 miles an hour on it, and it was pretty quick. We used it for a couple drag races, but now that I went up taller tires and we're going to be changing the clutch, so we're going to be doing some more mods to make it faster. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting in 1.3 ratio rockers. So that's pretty budget friendly. It's pretty cheap. And then also we're going to open up this side. We got a cam we're putting in, and we have a billet flywheel. And also we have this pipe that I already have installed. It's a stage 3 pipe from OMB Warehouse. We are not going to be changing the rod. I know a lot of people say, oh, change your rod, do your rod. On this build, I feel it's overkill. Unless it blows up on me, then I mean it blows up. I'm the one testing it, so we'll see. The stock rod, I've been doing some research and I've seen other people that race with them and stuff like that. It can take 7,000 RPMs without a problem, which I've been taking it all stock components. I've been taking everything to 7,500 and haven't had an issue, and it's been like that for a while now. And now I'm just going to change the flywheel out because that needs to be done, and we're also going to do a flat top piston in it. So stay tuned on this build, and it's going to be fun, low budget. Oh, and also almost forgot, we're going to be upgrading this wire to a performance one. So we're not going to be using this stock one, we're going to be using a performance. I'm going to show you guys how to make that. So stay tuned, you guys. A lot of important information in this video. All right, so first we're going to start with the cam. So I'm going to take this clutch off. Get this clutch removed. Okay, since we're not going to be using that no more, because that's a 12 tooth, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 12 tooth clutch. We're going to be going to a 15 tooth clutch, so that's going to be removed. We have oil in this motor, so let me drain this real quick and then I'll get back to you guys. So we're going to start with draining it. And I normally don't let my motors get really dirty with the oil. It's just a habit. The oil's so cheap that it's easy to replace. And of course this was a new motor, so it is going to have some shavings in there. So it's not really nothing really to worry about. At least not for what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so I opened up the side case already. I mean, I didn't have to show you guys that. It's pretty boring. So here's our stock cam. I already have it lined up in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our other cam we're going to use, which is this right here, dyno cams. This is the cam we're going to use. This is for our recommended RPM range. So let me open this up. So this is for our RPM range we're going to be going. Remove this. So here's our little cam sheet. Here it is for everybody that wants to see which cam. So that's the cam I'll be running. Okay. So once you have it all lined up like that, we're just going to pull it out. Here's our stock one. We'll do a quick comparison to our new one real quick. Here's our new cam. So here's our old one. Let me see, let me get these lined up here. You could see the difference on them. Has a taller profile on it. All right, so that's that one. Here's our new cam. And we're just going to install it the same way we took out the other one. Make sure your lifters are out of the way. Oops. Hold on. Okay, just like that. Now our new cam's in there. It's in there now, so let me put this old cam away, which is still obviously in very good condition. No issues at all. It's cool. Okay, I'll put it in this bag so I can just save it. Put it in this box. Alright, so off to the next thing. So there's that. Okay, so I cleaned this off already. We're going to put our cover back on. Our gasket didn't rip at all, it didn't tear. And this is the first time we pull this one off. So we're just going to reuse it. The only thing I do want to change is the gasket in the inside on this one, because I already had a problem with it leaking, if you can see that. So we're just going to replace that one out. Alright guys, so we put the cam in, we closed up that side, and we put that new seal in. Now we're going to take off this side. So once we take off this, we can get to the coil. So we'll remove the coil. So we'll get rid of the coil for now. Move that out of the way. Move these bolts. And then now we're going to do this stock flywheel. We get rid of that. So that's a 19. Zip it off. Okay. That came off. Take this off. Okay, so we don't use a puller. We're just going to hit this a little bit. Give it a couple hits with a big screwdriver and we'll be right. Okay. So I just took 2 little hits on it. Literally will walk. Whoa, 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 whoa. The motor's trying to take off on us. Okay. Let me get this under here real quick. Alright. So here's our stock flywheel. Heavy. We're still going to need that. We don't need this fan no more. That's weird. Looks like the fan was touching something. Oh, it's right here. That's what it was. Alright, so we're going to be removing this. We still need that. We got to take this key out because we got to lap in that new flywheel. So let me try to pry this out real quick. Okay, so that little key took a little longer than expected to come off. But we're just gonna put a little bit of the little lapping compound on here, just to get this flywheel nice and, put a little bit on this flywheel. And then when we put it on here, kind of just helps it seat better. Okay, let's see. Kind of makes a little mess. Probably put too much too, but it's alright. Okay, so it definitely took away the shine, so that's what you want. You want it to take away the shine. Okay. Okay, so you see that? Took away the shine, you can see the difference in it. So that's good right there. So let me wipe this off. Give this a little quick spray. Give me a quick second. Alright, after we lapped our flywheel, I put it back on. We have our key in. I put a little dab of Loctite on there, because we need Loctite. Set this back in. Put this on. Okay. So you want to torque this down to 54 foot-pounds. That's what it goes to. So right now I'll do that. And then, okay, so there's our flywheel on there installed. Now, let's see what's next. What are we gonna do? All right, so we'll go to our coil. So here's our coil right here, and we're gonna be upgrading this. So what you do is you want to get rid of this stock wire. So you want to unscrew it. Alright, hold up. Alright, so we have our coil done. We have it gapped. We want the 60. We went with the 60 gap instead of a 30. It says recommended is minimum is 30, but we went with 60. So here's our new wire, our Taylor performance wire. We have a new NGK boot, and we have our flywheel. Our flywheel on. So now we can put this back on. Okay, we'll put our 8mm back in. Alright, there's one. Get this one in. There's two. Alright, let's turn this motor over. And then there's number 3, number 4. Hold on, it's not sitting in right. Oops, get that one in right now. Okay. Alright guys, so quick video while we're building this motor. We're going to be installing some ratio rockers in here. So we'll take off these 4 8mm bolts. Taking off the valve cover. And we got our ratio rockers from OMB Warehouse. Take that gasket off. Whoops. Pick that up right now. Okay, so let's make sure. Alright, this motor has some compression, so hold on. Okay, so we got the valve cover off. My valves, good thing I'm doing these ratio rockers because they're way out of spec. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is loosen up these. It's a 10mm on these, and the other one I believe is a 14. Let me see. Whoops. I believe it's a 14. Yeah, so it's a 14. So let me get those real quick. Alright, so we're going to loosen these up. So first we take the 10mm off. And then we're going to take off this. Then after we'll set the valve lash after as well. Okay, so there's that one. Let's remove this one. So when you do these ratio rockers, what they do is they help with lift. So if you put them in a stock motor, which is good, if you put them in a stock motor with no cam in it, with the stock cam, it'll feel like it has a cam in it because the lift that it gives. And then when you have a cam, it'll help lift that lift a little more, if that's what, from my understanding of how it works. And what you can do too is when you do that, you just got to be careful because you can have too much lift to where the valve hits the piston. But since we're not putting in our flat top piston just yet, we're going to save this until we do some more testing. So we're going to save this flat top piston, and we're going to get ourselves a billet rod, and we're going to go with a different head. So once we do that, then we'll go with the flat top. So when you do the ratio rockers, here they are. They're, I believe, yeah, see, these are the ratio rockers. Are actually, I believe, a little bit smaller too. Yeah, they are. So they're a little smaller, and then you also got to use this plate. So this, you see the stock one that we're using right now? This one right here don't work. They can get jammed up, so you got to use these two. So I got these from OMB Warehouse. These and this, really cheap modification, and it's, you know, very good, bang for your buck. So I definitely recommend that. So let's see what size this is. Okay, so it's a 12. Okay, and like I always tell everybody, try not to use an impact for installing stuff, just for removing. At least that's what I do. Okay, so we're going to take off this stock little backing plate. Very flimsy too, plus it gets caught. Make sure our lifters are where they need to be. Okay, let's move these. Okay, now let's get our new one. So here's our new one. It's gonna go just like that. But first, I like to use Loctite so stuff don't fall apart, especially when you rev up the engine so high. Okay. And I just use blue Loctite, so it'll hold but with vibrations, but it's easy to come off if we gotta take it off. And then we'll just put these back in. Or whoops, I was already messing up. So we'll put our backing plate with these. Okay. Got those in. Let me tighten those down really quick. Let's see, where's my ratchet? Use this one. Okay. Alright, should be more than enough. Okay, now let's get our ratio rockers for these little guys. And we will lift up our push rod. Put this one. And then we'll put our adjuster. Okay, we'll put it like that for now because we don't know. We gotta adjust the valves. Let me lift up this one. Same thing with this one. Make sure the push rod goes on the little ball. Okay, we put the adjuster on this side. Okay, so we got those on. Here's our stock ones and our stock plate. We put the locking nut and then the other locking nut. Okay, and we're gonna set these valves to 0.003. That's what they recommend. So let me get a filler gauge real quick. So here we go, 0.003. I'll put these in here. You want it to where you have a little bit of drag. Okay, that should be fine. Double check that. Oops. Okay. Let me see. It's a little snug, so let me just crank that back just a little bit. Double check it. So you see how it has it like that? So I'll put it roughly roughly right here. Okay. Now let's crank this down. Okay. Now let's do our exhaust side. Okay. And just like that, it's that easy to install ratio rockers. So this is still like a stock head. So all it has done to it is just 22-pound valve springs. And now it has the ratio rockers. And then just that black, the hardened backing plate. So we'll cycle the motor once. Okay. Oh, this thing got sweet. Okay, so that's how you guys do it. That's how you install ratio rockers, and it's a good performance upgrade. Bang for your buck. Like I said, we'll be doing some testing and stuff like that. I'm not testing every part individually because we're building this motor so we can race the mini bike. But you know, we'll see it all work together. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.